States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move to have the clerk preside over the meeting in the absence of the supervisor.
So moved. Support. No,
I moved
support.
it. He supported it.
I meant to say support. Sorry. I'm not online yet. But.
Moved by Kathy Horning, seconded by Joe Colaney. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We'll start with the roll call. Supervisor Fountain's absent. Treasurer Horning.
Here.
Clerk Chopu, here. Trustee Colliane.
Here.
Trustee Germain.
Here.
Trustee Harper's absent. Trustee Petrucci. Here. Takes us to item 5, the meeting agenda.
So moved. Support.
Moved by Trustee Germain, supported by Trustee Petrucci. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Call to the public? You're the only one here. You sure you don't want to say anything? No one here. Move to approve the consent agenda.
Move. Support.
Moved by Trustee Petrucci, support by Trustee Colliane. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Brings us to pending and new business, parks, rules, and regulations. James?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Clerk. This could easily have been on the consent agenda, but then you wouldn't have anything to talk about tonight. We had an update, as we told you, because of the new pavilions, and that's been incorporated. And as Trustee Germain had mentioned at a previous work session, Public Works did review the rest of the rules and found that they are still relevant, and the Park Site Plan Committee also had an opportunity to look at those. So these revisions are offered, just a couple of clarifications and mostly related to how the park pavilions, that we would not be doing any sort of reservation system for those.
I have a couple questions. It says first come, first serve, but we also have our arrangements with, like, for example, the soccer and lacrosse and football. And I do know that they have these events that they propose, and they're big events like the Lax Jam and the soccer tournaments, and I think football might do their scrimmages there, which are kind of their earlier times when they, plan on, it's mainly the one I'm talking about is Heritage Park as opposed to Settlers Park. I guess I'm a little bit concerned that we haven't written into our policies or regulations that the recognition that we have partnerships with the following organizations that we've contracted with relating to operation and maintenance, and that these probably should have some sort of preference for them when it comes to their annual or annual tournaments and things like that. I don't know how you would phrase it without thinking through it a little bit more, but I think we have a contract with them, and I think the whole idea is we have a good relationship, and I'd hate to sour that if someone were to come along and reserve the facility over at Heritage Park, only to find that Lax Jam is that same weekend, and it's completely full. So
Yeah, so the way it works, and it's clumsy, no doubt, the way I think the governance that you're looking for is built in there. Within the park rules, there is a recognition that the township reserves the right to have those relationships where it is we say it can or can't be used and who can use it. And so that's kind of protected within those agreements that we have with them. This is kind of a layer on top of that of when it's not otherwise designated for use by the township, then it's on a first come, first served basis. And otherwise, somebody couldn't come in and reserve the pavilion for Eagle Jam because we only have those relationships with them that we approve the Eagle Jam separately. Otherwise, a family reunion or some other use couldn't reserve that date to run into a conflict. They could only try to come camp out on it the day of, and if it's already being used for some use greater than free use, they wouldn't be able to use it, if that makes sense. So it's a little
It is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would be nice too, though, with our webpage and stuff, we could probably say Heritage Park is in use this weekend for, you know.
Yeah, I think that that's fair,
Yeah.
and we try to, I just know that, I don't know how if they have their organization knows what those dates are going to be each year or the next 2 or 3 years, but it's probably good that they can, I just don't want to run into a problem. I could see someone who, plans for a big family reunion only to find, they talked to the wrong person at the township.
Yeah, again, for those types of uses, we aren't reserving it. That's the point. We did not want to get into that space.
Right, okay.
So if they have a use like that, they have to come and hope that it's open that day. But we can also be proactive about the facilities will be used for a primary designated purpose for Eagle Jam or some other event.
Okay. As long as we,
So do we need any motion on this, or was it just really a?
Well, it will be your motion to adopt the revised rules, yeah.
I move to adopt the revised rules as presented.
I'll support it.
Moved by Treasurer Horning, support by Trustee Petrucci. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
I do have a question though. If a large group comes in there, like a church or organization and family picnics, do they allow, is that non-alcoholic park, or do they allow them to bring their own?
We allow alcohol in all the parks.
Okay. If a lot of the students want to gather there and have a beer, I said that because of you guys. You better not do that.
The only clarification would be Weingartner Park is 50% owned with the
Yeah.
schools, and that would not be permitted.
Okay. I just was wondering if a church or a large organization of some type.
Yeah.
Okay. Moves us into board reports. Treasurer Horning,
Nothing.
Trustee Collier,
nothing.
Trustee Germain.
Just remember that the Winterfest is coming up this Saturday. And there's activities in the morning at the church with advanced registration, I believe. Kind of slanted more toward the kids, and then throughout the afternoon with the fireworks at dusk.
Good. Trustee Petrucci.
A couple things. First, Saturday, February 3rd at 3 o'clock at the high school is a Hartland Deerfield Fire Authority award ceremony. Be nice if we had some board members come to that and watch them get their awards.
What time is that?
3 o'clock on February 3rd at the high school auditorium. And last, I just unfortunately will not be able to attend Winterfest this year, so I just want everybody to know that I won't be there at all. I have to go up north.
Very good. The only thing I have is I did attend a school board meeting last night. They did pass a resolution to put the non-Homestead millage up for vote, so they will probably be submitting paperwork for a May election. With that, we'll take a brief recess and come back with manager's report. That's pretty much